Okay, greetings, salutations, good day, and hi, news guys and gals, and welcome to the finale of PhaseCar Season 3. Just 2 rounds remain in this exciting 15-round series. We finally get to crown not just one, but 2 winners here. We are first going to crown an in-season tournament winner at VIR, Virginia International Raceway. That's for round 14, and the overall season champion will be decided in Indianapolis, the road course layout of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Let's have a look at the points as they currently stand. Well, Dokuro Memory has been dealing with some sickness lately, but that didn't seem to slow her down that much. She's currently in the lead with 232.25 points. Utatane Nasa is second, behind by 8.5 points, 223.75. Makina Arena is third, 201.5. Ember Amani fourth, 195.25. Pipkin Pippa, 190, and Cleo Aite is sixth with 181.25. And if you look closely, you'll notice the names are bold and underlined. That's the top 6. They're all within 51 points of each other. Remember, the maximum amount of points you can get in a round is 52, so that's 50 for a win, 1 point for pole, 1 point for fastest lap. And having a look at the in-season tournament bracket, Dizzy Dokuro and Jelly Hoshiumi, the last 2 standing in the in-season tournament, they are gonna duke it out for the bracket title. And let's just go ahead and have some fun here with me, Dag the Pig, and 2 buddies of mine. That's Adak and Chrono. Hello, you two.
Well, it's about time. If you want to know where I was, well, I've been working a lot of stuff behind the scenes in the ARO, but finally I'm back in the commentary booth for the final 2 rounds of the PhaseCar, for this 3rd season of PhaseCar. Of course, we are here in the VIR, a very interesting racetrack of sorts, as we take a look into the onboard for basically what the track would look like coming into the final set of corners. So anyways, that's not the thing we're looking for, so we might want to go for a previous car.
Previous car?
Right.
Actually, this is fine.
I don't, because I wanted to talk about the first final corner as well, the run into turn 1. But anyways, here is the final corner. Get a good exit from the final corner, and that is another car.
Is no one going to do the track preview?
Alright, so we're going to start from here. So, onboard Rooney Roos's machine. So, get a good exit from the final corner, and then blast yourself off into turn 1, which is a pretty slow corner, this one. And then you have another hairpin to deal with before you open yourself up to essentially this left-hand corner, which is essentially taken in around 2nd gear if you don't have too much obstructions. And then here comes a very finicky section here. So, and if you wanna hear me about this, then you probably need to really adjust your camera and toe for this one. But then you get a good exit from the that corner there in turn 5A into the backstretch into 7A and 9. You basically go straight line the corner before you reach South Bend, while you dab on the brakes, and then into turns 11 and 12, hard brake into the hairpin section, and then now you're coming into the first and then another backstretch here, exiting Oak Tree turn 12, and you're coming into what was supposed to be the Madison Avenue chicane, but you're continuing onto this back straight into turns 14 and 14A, brake before turns 14, and then into the roller coaster section. You want to know why it's called the roller coaster? It's because of these elevation changes. And if you don't control your throttle well enough, then you're gonna be spinning around like that. So you might want to take it easy from there. But anyways, You're gonna get yourself back into the final corner, passing 16 and 17, exiting Hog Pen, which is the final set of corners. You get a good run of a Hog Pen, and you are able to get into the do very well into the main straight as Rooney Roos does a funky dance, exiting the track.
Yeah, we already saw the last turn anyway before the full lap commenced. So this is just qualifying. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. We just need to get into the swing of things. We just need to see who will get pole for this race, and also worry about the finale of the bracket.
Speaking of the bracket, we do want to pay attention to essentially an interesting final battle of sorts between Dizzy Dokuro and who is it again?
Jelly Hoshiumi.
Yeah, so it's a battle of Dizzy and Jelly in the final battle of the bracket tournament. But as for the championship standings in itself, we are paying attention to the likes of Kokoro Memory, currently 8.5 points ahead of Uta Tanenasa and Makina Arena, and then a further 30.75 points ahead of Makina Arena in third place. So with the favorites in set, we're looking into the favorites here. And speaking of which, Memory is currently in 11th place. NASA is in actually third place, and Makina Arena currently sitting in 27th place.
Ooh.
So that being said, let's take a look into the starting lineup here for this VIR race. We're going to, of course, start with Chisaka Airi in pole position, with Hakushika Yori in second, Utatane Nasa in third, with Sheena in fourth, Pepe Peppa fifth, with Shisui Michiru sixth, Remelian F is 7, Jelly Hoshiumi currently will be starting way ahead of Dizzy in 8th place, Rinko Shelia in 9th place, with Rooney Roos in the top 10. Dag.
Alright, moving on to 11th through 20th, we have Kokoromo Memory, points leader, starting off in 11th, Kanagi Loki 12th, Kanako Lumi 13th, Dizzy Dokuro 14th, Mumuyu 15th, Sleepy 16th, Rie 17th, Iruka 18th, Ember Amane, another one of the current points leaders, starting off in 19th, and Mari _EN starting off in 20th. Chrono. Yo, Chrono.
Alright, well,
Chrono.
while Chrono is muted, I will continue in his stead. So we got Ayase and Hikanari Hina starting on row 11 with Cleo Aite, with Grand Pico starting in row 12. Anyways, we'll continue from Amy Sami.
Right then. Tenma and Arena round out the grid.
Right then, we are ready to go. Gotta make sure my soundboard is good. Yep. And we are set to go. The penultimate round of the season. 2 races for today. So let's waste no further time. Let's get into the action here at VIR. 16 laps for this round 14.
Alright, so let's get the race button going. We got 20 plus cars on the track. Let's see how it goes.
Into the 6 red lights.
2, 1, and we are green in Virginia International as Irie sprints off into the distance, coming into the first corner.
Meanwhile, we're looking at
Nasa
currently going up into second place. This will help her championship bid. And meanwhile, we're looking at Jelly going up into 7th place.
Already an early race retirement in Rie, so...
Yep, major Fs.
Can't really see what is going on behind as Chisaka Airi continues to get on in the distance. Let's see what happened with Ime Maria Ria in the start. So it's just her being overzealous on the throttle. Really couldn't go as it is. I would love to see the trackside footage of the action.
Trackside footage.
So yeah, it is actually as bad as it looks here. And you can see here, just overzealous on the throttle, puts too much in the gas and just damages the car all around, and suddenly the car goes haywire, and that is the end of things.
The wheel clipped through the barrier. That's just bizarre stuff here. Oh no! We lose Lumion memory.
Oh, the Dokuro memory on this race. Oh my. We thought stuff could get crazy here.
This is drama.
Yeah,
Oh,
drama. Drama.
Yeah.
Especially since it involves the championship leaders as well.
And Rooney, unfortunately, can't seem to catch a break. And is she gonna get back in? And
Well,
no.
Yep, that's too much damage for her.
Bruce,
Rooney
can't
becomes
break.
another retirement in this race. Same goes for Tema Miami. She's gonna be drinking a lot of sake after this race.
She's gonna try and attempt to get back in, but first we have this to worry about. Irie leading, followed by Nasa and Iori. And no good. That's
Yep, Tema
5
Miami
down
isn't going to
already.
continue. Ouch.
So
we're already down.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's gonna be ibuprofen for all of us.
Yep, well, that's a massive amount of headache for all of us here. But anyways, we do have a few more things to note when it comes to basically the cars currently racing here. We still got 22 cars remaining, so we still have much of this race to go, especially since we have DZ Dokuro against Jelly Hoshiumi currently heating up for 6th place. Oh, right, sorry. Jelly Hoshiumi and DZ Dokuro. Yep. And they got another car spinning out. That's Pipkin Peppa, almost having a bad rejoin, and that's another retirement in this race.
What happened to Pippa? That's a lot of race retirements and
Would love to see
Yeah,
essentially. Oh yeah, that's just a car just going way
Too
off
wide.
into the grass there. Touching grass may be good for most of us, but for these cars which are not equipped for going off-road, that's gonna be a big killer for them. But anyways, that would still mean that Dokuro is now two positions behind Jelly Hoshiumi for the battle for the bracket. As for the championship battle, we still have Utatani Nasa currently in great control, as she is currently in 2nd place.
Yep, she basically owns the world at this point.
121.
Owns the world and the skies.
Have a look at the combatants for the bracket title. Jelly Hoshiumi currently 6th, Dizzy in 9th.
So just wanted to take a look back into how it looks for the other drivers here. We still have DZ Dokuro still behind Rinko Shelia, behind by 1.4 seconds. Loki is gonna give some challenge to DZ Dokuro, as DZ Dokuro really needs a miracle there to get herself back up into the top 6 to battle Jelly Hoshiumi. But as
Meanwhile,
for the
there's a
title
developing battle here between Iori and Nasa, two members of Origin.
Yeah, Hakushika Iori now trying to see if Utatani Nasa could make a mistake somewhere around here, and as it stands, it is gonna be Utatani Nasa just hanging on to 2nd place right now, trying to chase Irie, who is controlling the race at the moment. Meanwhile, Hikanari Hina is trying to see if there are any moves. Oh, I saw a car going off! I saw lots of cars going off! That is Mari going off at the final corner, and that's another car off. That's Muyu. Talk about a bloodbath this race, with cars going off the track in in unfamiliar territory here.
You should have seen Mugello.
Yeah.
Now that's a bloodbath.
We've already seen,
well, we've seen
two races that had been cut off early due to too many drivers going off, and I'm worried that it may be the same situation with the last turn screwing everyone up. Yeah, quite like in Mugello.
Ooh. Right. So anyways, we got Chikazaka Airi in control right now. 20 cars remaining in this battle for the battle for this win here in VIR, as Cleo, Aite, and ISAU battle it out for 17th place in a bottom of the table scrap, as you may will, against these two. And right now we now have Cleo Aite now going up into 18th place. Speaking of which, DC Dokuro is now up into 9th. Jelly Hoshiumi still stays in 6th. Jelly Hoshiumi and Michiru are in a battle of their own. Jelly Hoshiumi knows that she can win this bracket battle if she can stay ahead of DC Dokuro, which honestly is already pretty difficult to talk about because it is going to be a pretty tight affair between the two.
Rather
as
fast.
You may want to cut onto them.
Rather fast laps by Airi and NASA. NASA currently with the fastest lap, 121.033. As we currently segue into a battle between Hina, Ember, and Uruka.
Uruka needs to turn the volume up for this one. And she does defend against Hina, and Hina loses out more to Ember. The other Amane of VTubing we know.
Meanwhile, where shall we segue? And Jelly still trying to maintain her lead over Dizzy in the brackets. The number 2 seed in the bracket, getting the first round bye. Dizzy, the number 25 seed.
Even if she loses, it's already a big improvement and a big result.
Already a few cars coming in for their stops. We have Nasa Iori, Remy, and Dizzy. Airi staying up for the time being.
And speaking of which, we are at 5 laps complete, so 33% distance complete. Dizzy Dokuro now comes in for her pit stop. She now exits in 14th place. Speaking of which, we're and I say you are making an area now. More cars out of the race, as we may have seen here. We got cars going haywire at the track, especially at the final corner. Amy Izami does manage to get herself back onto the track. I mean, it's decided already. The final corner is the calamity corner for this circuit.
Indeed, it has been so far. Yeah, both just understeered, just a bit too fast to the exit there.
Well, that's a bit of a shame though, because we got some great race cars that have been torn up. So again, we got a feel for the mechanics.
That's Uruka battling Hina, despite Hina got a leg up against Uruka while we're not looking.
Well, that's a bit of a twist to pay attention to now, as we now get to see Rinko Shelia getting out onto the track. And anyways, we do want to check on to Jelly Hoshiumi though, who's running in 4th place and still has yet to pit.
Yeah, the pit stop percentages, the pit stop entries, the new rule have been fine. The settings I've done on Content Manager with regards to tire wear and fuel consumption, I have them both, I believe, on 1.5 times the consumption for both. seems to be working fine here.
It does,
So-
it does.
That certainly does break up the monotony of cars potentially going choo-choo train the whole entire time.
Well, that's what pit stops are for. Sometimes you gotta want to mix up your strategy. Then you gotta have to think about pit stops. Speaking of which, Jill Hoshiumi is still staying out. We don't know if the field is going to hold up or not. And speaking of which, Shida now has the lead here in VIR, with Rinko Shelia now being overtaken by Ramilia Nefis.
Our outgoing champion at this point.
Yeah, after winning the second season in style a few months ago.
Pit stop for Hina. Yeah, as I was saying, yeah, the issue with turning off the setting to get back onto the track, attempt to get back onto the track after teleporting to pit lane, was that it just had to be on tracks. We just had to go on tracks that these cars have had trouble racing on, Mugello and Grand Valley, and that resulted in the early race retirements. But things seem to be holding okay, despite the large amounts of cars that have retired already. We have reached halfway in this race.
Thankfully, and with more than half the field intact still.
Jelly currently up to second. Still have yet to pit though, but having a big advantage at the moment over Dizzy.
Alright, so back onto the potential championship permutations here. I do want to point out that as for the leaders in this fight, Kokoromo Memory is already out, so she's going to be losing her championship lead at this point. Utatani Nasa is currently, let me just check, in 6th place. Makina Erina is doing very well to keep herself in this fight. So Utatani Nasa will be the biggest victor of the all heading into the Indy road course.
Yep, biggest beneficiary.
Trying to see if this is a routine stop or Pico just retired from the race. I can't seem to tell at the moment. Was that race retirement? Yeah, unfortunately it is, and it's that dreaded Calamity corner again.
Final corner,
Unfortunate.
not being kind to anyone who wants to push the limits of this track. So that's that.
It's a big FAFO corner.
Indeed, Chrono.
Well,
Indeed.
fiddle around and find out. Yeah, we can agree with that sentiment.
Iori 120.989 now has the point for fastest lap, as we will soon come down to 6.5 laps here.
Getting very close there to the conclusion of this race here in VIR, and Makina Arena has been overtaken by Hina, which is not going to do her championship hopes any favors, as Utatane Nasa is going to steamroll her way into the championship lead. Well, not really steamroll, because she did at least survive and also qualify near the front, where Kokoromo Memory, the championship leader, essentially capitulated.
By no choice of her own, if I may have, I have to add. Stress even.
Sure, going into pits.
So Jelly Hoshiumi now taking the lead of this race. As for the field, we will see if she's going to hold herself up right until the end. if she does win this race, she'll automatically win the bracket.
Yep. It's a simple matter.
Yeah, and that may be her third win of the season. Both times she won races were both aborted races.
She would be definitely looking for a more legit win.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good for her.
Much like Joshua Azurid in Nürburgring.
We're going there. So for those who are not familiar with basically the story of Joshua Azurid in the aero competitions, so we're basically talking about surviving until until the end. Oh, yeah, that's the Jelly Hoshiumi going off, and that might be her championship hopes, or her bracket hopes are gone. But if she can just get back onto the track, what a save that was!
Wow! That's an amazing save, just able to keep her lead intact. No wonder she is definitely contending for the bracket win. Well, yes, well, she is not in contention for the overall championship, but not quite. Actually, she technically is, but yeah, but she's still in contention for the overall championship. But yeah. Dizzy stopping here. Is that another pit stop for her, or what happened? Did she overcook? What happened? Is that a pit stop? It is a pit stop.
Okay, thank goodness.
Yeah. Just wanted to
make sure.
All
breathe slightly better now.
Remy and Dizzy both out now.
And speaking of which, Jelly Hoshiumi, she may have gone off, but she has a very good lead though. Even after the exit of the track, 7.2 seconds over Chisaki Airi. Speaking of which, we are going to be taking a look into DC Dokuro, who's currently on a losing battle as far as the bracket is concerned. And speaking of which, I'm already spitting the obvious facts here when it comes to the championship battle. Oh, that's Jelly Hoshiumi trying to get into the race track, and it looks to me that her race might be done and dusted. She's gonna try to get herself back, but she stopped on the track.
Oh.
And that's the jelly melting.
Jelly! Oh no! Oh, that is a late race choke. Calamity Corner. Calamity Corner. Yeah.
Corner, takes no prisoners. Yep, literally clipped the curb at turn 18 in the final corner. Sorry, turn 17 in the final corner. That her unsettled the car enough and then got slammed. It was supposed to be a routine off, but got slammed on by Chisaki Airi, who now takes the lead. But then again, the rejoin was pretty suspicious, so I think if we are going for realistic rules, she might be escape penalties, but also suffer damage as well.
That was no fault of Airi's.
We'll check her viewpoints. We'll see how it is here.
Yeah, that already was her viewpoint. Yeah, nowhere to go.
What will we call this then? Racing incident or deliberate push?
Yeah, that's a racing incident. There was no time to evade.
I would consider that as a racing incident as well, but if we were to go IRL on this one, Chisaki Airi would have race-ending damage as well. But this is we are in a virtual scene, so Airi manages to continue. Michiru and Loki currently hanging on in the podium positions. And speaking of which, we do have Dizzy Dokuro, who is currently officially overtaking Jelly to take an unlikely bracket win for her.
Yeah, that's the end of Jelly's race, and Dizzy will take the in-season tournament bracket in shock circumstance. Oh,
Dizzy
man.
circumstances even.
So at this point, Dizzy Dokuro can just retire from this race, no problem, and still win the bracket, given that Jelly Hoshiumi has covered less distance than Dizzy Dokuro in this race specifically. And that's Chisaka Airi now, the race leader, going off at the final corner as well. And I think...
And you think, yeah?
I thought that someone might actually hit the car, but yeah, it's the final corner once again. Just cars slamming themselves into the high curbs, and that essentially put them into a tailspin.
Slowly,
Anyway,
slowly,
we should continue on to... Yeah, let's continue on. No, let's continue on. Check Chisaka Airi manages to avoid this time.
Yeah.
And that's her out of this race. That's gonna give Michiru second place. The lead, sorry,
When will the
and then gonna
AI
give Loki
learn how
second,
to
and Sheena
freaking
in third.
reverse? And speaking of, I don't. There's no dedicated key for reverse in when you drive it yourself.
That was
Okay,
just to
thankfully that's a.
Hylia, yep.
Yeah. I was worried for a sec right there. Which now, NASA now has the lead. Once the tower stops being drunk.
This track has been given. This track has given the Phase Connect members a bit of a hard time. I mean, was this chicane right here not enough to slow down the cars approaching the final turn? I thought.
Yeah,
it was
I
supposed
think
to
it's
be enough.
mostly the AI line. I think it's mostly the AI line. The AI line being wonky, but we'll talk about that later. As we are seeing the race continue its progression as it is. Let's see, Kanagi Loki now taking the lead after yet another oopsie moment from one of the drivers, which now leaves us with nearly half of the field retired.
Loki.
We now have Sleepy currently in 4th place though.
Yeah, pretty good run for Sleepy, just waking up here. But keep an eye on Loki, already with 2 wins in the season, and having a shot at getting a 3rd.
Just like her namesake god. Sneaky.
One of the stronger drivers in Kaleido.
Oh, definitely. He probably is carrying Kaleido.
Finished
I do have to be honest about it.
in the finished 3rd, I believe, in the championship last season. Just wanted to make sure about that. She makes it through this quarter fine, and we'll bring in the last lap. There's no proper white flag in usage for final lap in PhaseCar. We just call it last lap.
Alright, so we got the final lap currently underway, and this is another case where it's all about being the last one standing, and we have 15 cars remaining currently running. The arena might just have some salvation coming into the final race at the Indy Road Course with Utatani Nasa now up into 6th, Remy Lenefis now battling Uruka.
And Remy stays ahead, but half a lap left for Loki to get a 3rd win of the season.
Man, Some races are turning into basically the Highlander show. Only instead of there can only be one, there can only be 5.
Just need to survive the last corner, if at all possible. Luckily, there's someone in the way to perhaps slow her down, but yeah, Arena goes wide, but Loki doesn't, and she is gonna get a 3rd win of the season. Kannagi Loki is your winner in VIR, inexplicably with a time of 4 minutes 12.
I don't think that's the representative time. I also saw a car going off as Kannagi Loki crossed the line. And I think that's Arena.
Yeah, it was.
I think that's Arena who.
NASA going a bit wide. Sheena stuck. Loki gets the win. Dizzy Dokuro wins the in-season tournament.
And what a way to win the title. Well, I also don't want to hear any basically a Mickey Mouse title allegations. Basically, in these types of races, it is in my firm belief that you need to be in it to win it. And by that, I mean you gotta have to remain yourself in the competition if you want to have your best shot of winning the title. And that is what essentially Dizzy Dokuro did. Although she may get herself dizzy at times, she does at the very least keep her car on the track. So we should applaud her for that. But anyways, do have the race result to talk about. Kannagi Loki, of course, taking the win here in VIR. Shisui Michiru and EP Sleepy running out the podium places. Akushika Yori and Utatane Nasa running out 4th and 5th. Mari 6th with Romelia and F is 7th. Mikosele 8th, Fujikura Uruka in 9th, and Dizzy Dokuro, your in-season tournament winner, finishing 10th.
And let's continue this ibuprofen consumption results with Chrono during the 11th through 20th.
Right then, Hina, Ember, Sheena, Amy, Erina, Irie, Jelly, Pico, Grand Pico, we mean, you and Aite in that order.
Right, and these are your non-scores, and yeah, that's just awful to see. Moo you, Pipkin Pippa, Rooney, Memory, Double Lumiray, and Tenma. So yeah, that was just
that was something.
Yeah, it
Nothing
was.
else.
Fastest lap will go to Iori. 120.989. And who was pole for this race? It was Irie. Irie was pole. Iori gets the bonus point for fastest lap. Still to just lock in the points. Let's see. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Don't forget the pole and fastest lap points.
Yep, perfectly aware of that. So
me.
Pole for Iori, and fastest lap going to Iori.
Oh, double.
Okay, she did finish 4th, and let's see, fastest lap. Okay. And so we have 5 drivers in contention for the title. Just need to make sure just need to double check to make sure about the points. Yeah, we have 5 drivers within 52 points. So let's go ahead and provide the top 5 as it currently stands. Those aren't the right standings, but let me show you how it is. We have NASA with 248.75. Second is Memory, 232.25. Third is Arena, 207.5. Fourth is Ember, 204.25. And fifth is Loki with 202.5. Just 5 drivers left in contention for the overall championship. So that's gonna force me to do a bit of math. So NASA, Memory, Arena, Ember, and Loki. So minus 16.5, minus 41.25, minus 44.5, and minus 46.25. So Memory will need 7th or better. Memory will need 7th or better, it looks like. Or 8th from pole. 8th from pole. And then the rest must win. The rest must win out.
Including NASA.
Yeah, NASA.
So
Interesting.
based on my evaluation, so continue, Chrono.
This championship scenario is very, very reminiscent of the 2008 F1 season finale. Especially for the one of the contenders have to secure 7th and higher.
That's a bit.
Would there be?
What do we call it?
Would there be a "is that Glock" moment?
Especially when coming into the final corner of final lap, it is improbable, but we will keep that in mind. But anyways, looking into the championship permutations as it stands, it does require Memory to. So basically, it all comes down to Utatani NASA and Memory for the battle for the title, as in the case of realistic title contenders. Meanwhile, Arena, Ember, and Loki will need to hope for miracles, hope that the top 2 in the championship battle fall out, while also needing great results in the Indy Road Course coming right up. So, we do have the Indy Road Course race coming right up, so a break should be due, right, Dak?
Yes, that's right, Hadak. So we'll take a break for just a few minutes. Gonna restart the stream, and then we will head on over to Indy for the season finale. Alright, see you all in a few minutes.
Let's go.
Don't go anywhere.
Right.
Okay, we are back. Just I need to finalize a couple things, and then we will get to Indy, the road course racing layout. It's going to be 19 laps, and the track is. Oh, I accidentally closed a window. I didn't mean to do that. I just need to do this. It's 3.925 kilometers, 2.439 miles. So, Ida Chrono, what do you expect to see here in this finale?
All right, so anyways, coming into the final race here in the road course, while I do somewhat agree that we may see some Hail Mary moments in the final stages of this race, I would say that this does require Kokoromo memory to be ahead of Utatane NASA, obviously wanting to bounce back from the disappointment that was VIR. All NASA needs to do is to just keep her head down and try to maintain a pretty healthy lead, and or if NASA is behind memory, a decent gap. I think if memory does win this race, assuming she doesn't score pole position or fastest lap, NASA can afford to stay in third or below and still have the title be hers. Anyways, let's go on board Kokorobo memory for a lap in Indianapolis' road course. Anyways, long blast into the main straight, into turn 1, heavy braking into the chicane, down into what should be second gear, and then a bit flat out the second. Might want to take a look at this one. Then into turn 4, as you turn and brake at the same time to turn 3, and then turns 5 and 6, the line isn't straight, which compromises your run into the backstretch. And then into turn 7, use the exit road as the reference point as you manage into the S's. Turns 8 and 9, hang around in around second gear as well, and then into turn 10. And then after that, a pretty decent blast into turn 11 until you get into the final part of the chicane, like the final chicane. Turns 12, first gear, don't overcook it. And then your exit in turn 13 will be important for the main straight here, as you will go flat out into turn 14 by using the racing line only, as there's no banking to help you on that side. And that should be a lap here in Indianapolis' road course. Let's see who stays on top.
Alright, let us do so indeed. 19 laps here, it's everything looking fine. Let's set the grid for this title decider race. And once again, Chisaka Airi will start off at pole. Just need to verify. Yes, it's a second consecutive pole position for Airi. So,
well, this will kind of help the odds for the likes of, well, if you check here, Kokoromo Memory is indeed in 6th place, and Utatane NASA is in 3rd. So Utatane NASA is gonna do whatever she needs to do to win the title. The championship leader starts ahead of the 2nd place driver, but again, anything can still happen, as we are going to run all of you the starting lineup here for the Indianapolis finale race. Chisaka Airi, of course, starts on pole position with Amanagawa Shina in 2nd. Utatane NASA, the championship leader, will start 3rd alongside Fujikura Uruka in 4th. Makina Arena in 5th alongside her NASA's championship rival Kokoromo Memory in 6th place. Amy Sami and Jelly Hoshiumi at 7th and 8th. 9th place Mari Mari and Cleo Alte in 10th place.
And Chrono, will you do 11th through 20th if your mic is open?
Absolutely. Right then, EP Sleepy on 11th, Lumi on... Wait, not Lumi, Tenma Maimi on 12th, Lumi Kaneko 13th, Ashelia Rinku 14th, Hina Hikanari 15th, Ria Himemiya 16th, Loki Kanagi in 17th, Umuyu in 18th, Embera Mane lining up 19th, and Rooney Roos in 20th.
And then 21st through 27th, we have Iori, Graham Pico, Pipkin Pippa, Shisui Michiru, Yasayu, Dizzy Doko, and Remilia Nephis. And as I need to put down one more name. So NASA starting.
Man, that's a dismal final race as reigning champion.
Yeah. And outgoing champion too, because we are going to have a new champion decided. That's Arena Memory Ember Loki. So 3, 5, 6, 17, and 19. And NASA, of course, the NASA and Memory, of course, the ones to perhaps try to beat. Anyway, we are set to go here for this title decider. 19 laps here at
All right, let's hit the race button die for one more time in season 3 of basically PhaseCar. Can't wait to see how it looks.
Yes, here we go.
Going green one last time for this season. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we are green in Indianapolis road course. As our pole sitter pulls away this time, let's see how she maintains that lead this time.
As they're now coming to turn 1, Amanagawa Shina now takes the initiative into the first corner. Everyone manages to survive for now. As we may see here with the NASA now going up into 3rd place.
And Tower is reporting that Memory has gained a place over Irina, which very much helps her chances. And NASA and Memory are now in direct confrontation.
Oh, we have a couple drivers having issues. Oh, Jelly and Amy both are out. So
we will see how we'll want to see how the thing looks from the track side, the replay at the very least. And basically how it happened here is that Jelly was overzealous down the inside, but I think it all started with essentially Amy Sami going off into the curb at the exit of turn 6, so it straddled herself onto the curb,
and
losing control, and hit Jelly Hoshiumi in the process. Jelly had nowhere to go.
Amy just went over the curb, lost control, and Jelly just bonked Amy, so yeah, sent them retiring. Not that either had
this
any
is some
chance
classic
at the title.
Suzuka shenanigans going on with NASA versus Memory.
So that's 2 names tallied out for no score.
Well, that's a bit of a shame though, especially for Jelly. That's 2 DNFs in a row.
Wait, what am I seeing? NASA and Memory, both way down.
It's a TV ticker that's being silly. Don't worry, it has corrected itself. 117.490 for Amano Gawashina. And Memory!
And Memory's ahead! Memory's ahead if only for a bit! This is some classic Suzuka Senna versus Prost shenanigans!
Memory going ahead of NASA. And 4th and 5th, the gap is only the difference between 4th and 5th is only 5 points. NASA leads Memory by 16.5 points, so that might not be enough for Memory as it currently stands.
Yeah, it feels like as they are now both inside the top 5, Memory at least needs 2 more positions if she wants to take the title to herself over Utatane and NASA. NASA, meanwhile, just needs to stay where she is right now. 3rd is enough for her for the title, even if Memory does win this race. So remember, NASA does have an advantage, so NASA should have little risk on this one. Meanwhile, Kokoromo Memory has everything to fight for, and she now battles Uruka for 3rd place.
battling to not let her memories lose. This is going to be an intense whatever remaining laps. 16, there it is. This is gonna be a long way around Indianapolis road course as Loki definitely takes down Leah.
And Bruce ends the season with back-to-back zeros.
And Pick and Pip also involved in the collision as well. I would assume that it's a similar case and story between Amy, Sami, and Jelly Hoshiumi. One straddles over the curves at the exit of turn 6, and then going off, and then the other just
break.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, but if there's if there's anything to go around, there's no points criticality, so there is gonna be a new champion.
So, just wanted to...
So that's Uruka and Irie in Memory's radar.
Back to these two.
Alright, so we're back into this interesting battle here that we are paying attention here. We are taking a look at Nasa though, still trying to stay calm against Kokoromo Memory, who is getting pretty close though to Uruka. Uruka right now is currently running in third, and if you do want to know, it is 10 points between third and fifth. NASA in fifth should be fine, even if Memory does go into third, and actually into second as well. So I would argue that if NASA is in fifth place, Kokoromo Memory must win this race, because not even second is enough, because it's still 15 points between Memory and NASA, in the advantage of NASA. So it's basically a do or die moment for Memory right now.
No thanks to her dismal VIR result.
Yeah.
Well, it happens. It happens to the best of us. And right now, Sheena is currently controlling this race by canter, leading by 11 seconds over Chisaka Airi. Uruka, meanwhile, is still under pressure from Kokoromo Memory, who now is about less than half a second behind Uruka. So Memory is going to be gunning for an opportunity to get herself past. I mean, just look at the gap though between Sheena and Irie, which actually opens up to 11.1 seconds. Okay, it is barely opening up, but this just shows you how much Sheena has had control in this race so far.
Yeah, taking advantage
Thanks
of
to a good jump from lap 1.
And let's also not forget that she actually won in the Daytona road course earlier, a week or two ago. So that actually aids in her development so far. So meanwhile, we do have more battles to take a look into. As we mentioned, the aforementioned Kokoromo Memory, looking to see if she can get past
now on the
Uruka
defensive
and Irie.
against Erina. If NASA falls here, this will be very beneficial for Memory.
Yeah, she's already in the position where she needs to be.
Oh no!
Ooh, Kokoromo Memory goes into the pits, and that might be scheduled or not, but it is gonna be a big damper in her championship hopes now that Utatane Nasa has zero competition right now.
Sheena going into pit lane as well. For a moment, I thought Memory would go wide, but no, it's just pit lane.
It's a pit stop, apparently.
Yeah.
I remember if
Pit stop
let's
jump
say
scare. Pit stop jump scare. That's just silly.
Yep.
Yeah, that can happen. But anyways, we might half expect Utatane Nasa to also jump ship in the pit lane as well. Given that if she does make a pit stop, then there might be an undercut advantage by Kokoromo Memory, as she, I believe, exits on clean air, and yes, she does. So this means one thing: she has no issues in trying to find some lap times over. Let's see, Utatani Nasa, who does have clean air, but actually some clean air. As she is currently having to drive behind the wheels of Chisaka Airi and Uruka.
Any more drivers going into pits? Not that I'm aware of. So we continue on here with Airi currently leading, and NASA with the massive third at the moment, with Memory having to stop at pit lane.
How long does NASA's challenge hold?
We will wait and see what happens here.
Speaking of which, Utatani Nasa still doing a decent job though, running in third place as it stands, still behind Uruka. I do want to see what the previous laps look like for both Kokoromo Memory and Utatani Nasa in the event that NASA does make a pit stop. And right now we are taking a look here, 110, 170 for Utatani Nasa. Might want to take a look into Kokoromo Memory and to see how her lap times look like. And it is a 148.50, but she is currently under behind some traffic though, behind DC Dokuro, Remilian Nefis, Amanagawa Shina, and Michiru. So that might actually put her at a disadvantage over the likes of Utatani Nasa. So NASA might actually have to be able to breathe out a bit and just take a deep breath, because right now she is in a very, very comfortable position to win the title.
Sleepy and
agree with all that.
Yeah.
We are currently in lap 9 in Indianapolis Motor Speedway, with Airi currently leading our race, followed by Uruka and championship contender
Makina Arena.
NASA has gone into pits. This is it. This is the moment Memory should push harder than ever.
At this point, it's full send for Memory.
Going up against two cars at once.
Yep, Kokoro Memory now trying to cut down DC Dokuro and Remina Nefis, no problem. She has the intention, and right now she is gonna try to get closer to Utatani Nasa. And if you can see the gap between Kokoro Memory and NASA's actually losing more time. Memory is about to catch up.
Oh, but it's too little too late. It looks like NASA is back to full speed ahead of Memory.
But remember, if NASA does struggle behind Michiru and Kokoro Memory does slice through the traffic, although it does require Kokoro Memory to take more positions, I think she might need like a top 8 or top 7 to clinch the title, given the advantage that NASA already has. I would say that right now the championship will still go to NASA as it stands. Face looking up to her, looking down to her with great excitement.
I wonder, how do the big leagues like compute on the fly championship standing in situations like this? I've seen it in modern times, as far back as that ill-fated Brazil race in 08. As Sheena trying to fly past the rocket.
Is this a pit stop? It is a pit stop for Ember. Not that she had much of a
And Sheena
chance
did
to...
fly past the rocket of NASA.
Ruka going in, and Arena staying out. She needed to win out for a chance to win the title.
Yeah, but then again, she does have Chisaka Airi, who is currently 4.3 seconds ahead of Erina. So there's every reason for Erina to believe that the title can be hers, assuming that she doesn't make a pit stop. So anyways, we still have Memory and NASA now going along nearly alongside each other. Memory is now 1 second behind NASA. So right now Memory is gonna see if she can make the pass on NASA or kind of go for a bold racing move of sorts.
They meet again with 7 or so laps to go.
While Sheena trying to see if she can make the pass on to... Oh, we got some battle here. Remila Nefes and Dizzy Dokuro going side by side.
Oh, NASA.
And there's a bit of contact. NASA still staying ahead of Michiru. Actually making the pass on Michiru to give herself a buffer over Memory.
Oh, that was dangerous.
Bit of contact between the two. And
Lumi going into pit lane. Memory 1 spot behind NASA, but still needs plenty of help. Still waiting for a few more drivers to go into pit lane, perhaps. Who haven't we seen go into pits?
Alright, so we are paying attention to Erina and Airi, the two drivers who have yet to make a pit stop. And I don't think Mari and Kanagi Loki have also made a pit stop yet. And Kokoromo Memory has passed Lumi, and they're now back into each other, Memory and NASA. So, and right now they are around 0.4 of a second between each other. So this is going to be some interesting battle to look into, as NASA is going to see if she can make the pass on to Sheena.
This is getting very tense, as surprisingly the race is about to end.
Well, not really. We still have about 5 laps to go. We still have about 5 laps to go after Chisaka crosses the line. But anyways, we are going to be seeing if, let's say, Kokoromo Memory almost gets under pressure though from Kaneko Lumi trying to make the pass. Meanwhile, we still have the likes of NASA still looking for something against Sheena. Oh, and that is a good exit though from Kokoromo Memory. She now is going to look down the inside. Will she make the pass?
Down into turn 1, Memory versus NASA. NASA closes the door. And again.
And it looks to me that, there's a bad exit going into turn 2.
Yes!
No!
Almost, but you saw how... But if at this point, if I were NASA, I wouldn't be making these pointless battles, as the Dokuro got way too dizzy in this race and decided that, you know what, I'm gonna park this car. It's getting too dizzy for me. But anyways, Kokoromo Memory still trying to pile on the pressure on NASA. But if I were NASA, I would just let Kokoromo Memory go, because I wouldn't want to risk my tires, and I wouldn't want to risk contact and damage. So I'm not sure which is the most sensible decision here to make. But if NASA can just hold on to that position, she may not just win the championship, but also win the bragging rights on who gets to finish where on track.
Rena was very close behind
Irie. Memory at bay to NASA's advantage.
Yeah. Arena needed to win out,
also,
but they're currently struggling against Irie.
And also Otatani and NASA going around the outside to see if she can nail the pass onto Managawa Sheena.
What if Arena wins?
Oh, that's contact! That's Utadani Nasa and Managawa Sheena, and that's both drivers out from being. This is what I've been trying to tell you. It's all about risk and reward. She took too much risk, and it absolutely backfires on her. From holding the championship in pretty comfortable fashion, she has now thrown it away by hitting the curb, understeering, and then hitting the side of Managawa Sheena, sending both of them into a spin. And that didn't just harm NASA's race and also her championship, but also sent Sheena out as well. I'm asking the big questions though. Was that move really necessary? Was the racing really necessary from NASA in the first place? And unfortunately, we have found out the answer in the cruelest way possible.
Arena still needs to win out.
And as it stands, it's gonna be Dokuro Memory winning this title here.
No
matter where she finishes. And that's contact!
Oh no!
Dokuro Memory!
Memory is out! Oh no!
What is this clown fiesta?
We're all asking the big questions here. Both the major championship contenders are now out, and it will now go into the hands of Arena. If she can pass Irie for the win, she will not only win this race, but also win the championship in the most unexpected way possible. And right now, Chisaka Irie, I'm not sure if there are any cars currently between Irie and Arena, but I think there is. And you saw the pileup of cars there. Oh man, I mean, I thought the Hall GT3 title decider a few weeks back was crazy, but here we are.
Arena needs to win out, has only 3 laps to try catch up to Irie, otherwise the title will go to NASA.
Not the first time I've seen the championship being decided while you're in the pit lane. Take Michael Schumacher back in 1994 when he was involved in a collision with Damon Hill.
Yep, that's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, looks like Lumia
Probably one of
will
the
go no
few
further.
times that happened IRL.
But here's the thing though. If Dokuro Memory does start her car back. Oh, I just want to point out though, a bit of an update though. Since 21st doesn't award you points, and since Makina Arena is 41 points back, it will be it will still require, assuming Arena does finish in second. Actually, it's not going to be enough though.
It's a must
still
win.
needs to win the title. Yeah, it's still going to be in the hands of Utatani NASA, but we'll see if Chisaka Irie gets blocked by lap cars in the next 2 laps, and will it be enough for Arena to basically steal it?
Right now, there's nothing between.
Not an emergence of a third power, everybody.
Irie just dealing with pressure in these last 2 laps.
And right now, Makina Arena has closed down the gaps, now dropped down to 1.5 seconds. Arena can still believe in the ability to win titles, but we'll see how Irie can handle the pressure of handling lap cars. Gaps drop down still to around 1.5 to 1.7 seconds. Gaps drop down to 1.2 seconds.
After this one. Arena
and it's dropped down to less than a second. Arena can make the move at the exit of turns 13 and 14. If she can just stick herself into the slipstream and make the pass, maybe, just maybe, Arena can take the championship after all.
Just 1 lap left. Irie passes Remy. Arena is
dear
stuck.
me! Is this gonna be our? Is that Glock moment?
I don't think it's that Glock moment because We got both drivers in close proximity between each other. I think this is probably one of the closest championship battles that we might ever see.
And
Arena!
Irie goes wide! Irie goes wide!
Irie goes wide! Arena takes the lead! Arena just needs to outlast the rest of the lap, and she is gonna be the champion!
And I think she needs to seize this moment. She needs to keep this car on the track. We are seeing a lot of off moments there, but I think Makina Arena is gonna be a massive upset here in Indianapolis. Survive where everyone else fumbled. Let's see how it ends here.
It's pretty much objective survive, as you said, Adak.
Coming down to the last couple turns! And what a championship is gonna be! Makina Arena is your winner in Indianapolis and wins PhaseCar Season 3! Oh my goodness! Where's the soundboard?
Damn!
Where's the soundboard? Come on, soundboard. Why is it playing? Ah, there we go.
Man, oh man. And I thought we'd seen enough crazy finishers from Formula Hollow, but Phase is as crazy.
Well, at the very least in this one, it is something that we can't see IRL, but in the FHWC last season, it was just pure chaos. But I think because of this, I think Makina Arena has fully deserved this title. Remember, this is in these types of sports events, it's all about being in it to win it. And of course, Makina Arena was in it until the very end, when she thought that she might, when it thought that it was going to be NASA and or a member that's going to be taking the title. When both of them fumble, it was Makina Arena that essentially took the initiative to basically take this, she didn't overtake Chisaka Airi, but of course Chisaka Airi made the mistake herself. So it's still fair game for Arena. But then again, what a way to win the title. I can't think of any other way for someone to win a title other than, well,
This race and this championship exemplifies that certain quote. To finish first you must finish.
Well, and by the way, it is close to midnight and we got people sleeping on my area. So I'd like to congratulate Makina Arena for this championship win. What a headline that will be. But anyways, I will be off now. Enjoy the championship, Arena, and we'll see you I'll see you next time.
Right, have a good night, Adak.
Good night, and thank you.
Yeah, thanks again. Oh, man.
Damn. What did we just see?
A whole lot, Chrono, a whole lot. Arena stealing the title in unexpected circumstances, words are hard.
Good meal.
Yeah. After that, it looks like yeah. NASA and Memory just valiant effort, just had a chance to win, but just unlucky. Yeah. I would say that they're gonna end up having to down the entire bottle of ibuprofen, but yeah, just still valiant effort. I applaud their persistence. Just bad luck at the end. It's just Arena stealing the win and taking the title. Just need to confirm the points. It's Arena, Airi, Mari, Loki, Tenma, Rie, Iruka, Hina, Cleo, and Grand Pico, your top 10. And Sheena gets the bonus point for fastest lap. Chrono, 11th through 20th, please.
Right then. Ashelia Rinku, EP Sleepy, Iori Hakushika, Ember Amani, Mumuyu, Shisui Michiru, Shina Amanogawa, Remilian Nefes would be taken over by our incoming champion, Yu Ayase and Nasa Utatane. She was so close, but it slipped away.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. And the last few drivers, just don't get me started about what happened there. Just Memory, Lumi, Dizzy, Rooney. Come on, soundboard. Yeah, soundboard just doesn't want to. Soundboard just doesn't want to do its job. Okay, yeah.
It probably needs ibuprofen too.
Yeah. Memory, Lucy, Dizzy, Rooney, Pip, Amy, and Jelly. And don't forget about the bonus points. Irie with pole and Sheena with fastest lap. Just need to verify the points here. It is fastest lap for Sheena. 109.073, but first these times here as they appear. And on, and yeah. That does settle things, and what a win for Arena. That's her second of the season, and that is her third overall. And let's move on to this one. Let's see. 41 for Irie, and then fastest lap going to Sheena. So let's make it 5 points for her. Dokuro Arena got the Eye of the Tiger, and she clinches the PhaseCar Season 3 Championship, and we'll get that gold star. Just need to showcase the final championship standings as they are. Just to confirm that it's fair. And actually, I'm gonna do this, and try again with the screen cap of the points. And yes, so here they are, the final standings. That is official. Machina Arena, your Season 3 PhaseCar champion, 257.5 points. Just 7 3/4 ahead of Utatane Nasa. Kanagi Loki, for a second consecutive season, finishes third in points. Kokoromo Memory takes home fourth. With, 232.25, and fifth is Ember Amane with 211.25. Sixth, Cleo Aite, 196.25. Very good debut season for her. Hippa 7th, 190. Uchiko Iruka, 184.5. Akushika Iori, 180, and Tenma Miami rounding out the top 10 with wait. Did I have it right? I don't even know if I did. Sorry. Hold on, I need to make sure I have it right. Arena Irie I think I may have messed up the points. I certainly may have done so. I need to correct the points table. Come on, where is it? Yeah, okay, here's the button. I need to do some corrections, but it wouldn't have mattered in the way of a championship. Where did Tenma finish 5th for 25? So it's so that's in Mumuyu. Finished 15th. Mumuyu finished 15th, so 6 points. And yeah, actually Tenma will finish 6th. So it did not affect the who will win the championship at all. Machina Arena will win it. So I'm gonna showcase the corrected the table. And yeah, this is the correct table. Yeah. So after Ember, we have Tenma with a 202 and Cleo 196.25. Pippa.
We are cutting out.
Yeah, 184 for 184.5 for Uruka and 180 for Iori. Okay, and yeah, that looks correct. That looks correct to me. Okay. So Loki does get 3rd place for a second season in a row. All right. So Chrono. So Chrono, what did we learn?
To finish first, you must first finish.
Indeed, and Machina Arena certainly understood the assignment, and she is going to get that gold star. All right, so let's have a look at the schedule for tomorrow. We'll segue back to R Factor action with the VTF Pro Championships. Yeah, we have more fun at Indianapolis Road Course for round 3. And round 4, we have short oval racing at Iowa. So, you looking forward to these races tomorrow morning, Chrono?
I think I'm gonna sit out for this one.
If you want, you can in the live chat. Yeah.
I'll be spectator.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine by me. Anyway, that's gonna do it here for all of us. Thanks again to Adak for his commentary. Thank you, Chrono, for your commentary as well.
It's always a pleasure.
And thank you for watching PhaseCar Season 3. Congrats once again to Machina Arena for winning the title in outrageous circumstances. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go relax for the rest of the day, and we'll continue on with more action tomorrow morning with the VTFs. So thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and bye for now. Otodag.
And Otsu Chrono.